Hey guys, how's it going? Quick one, as you can see by the title, this was a trip to the vet today for this Desert Ghost boy. I bought him about 3 weeks ago. When I inspected him, I did inspect him thoroughly, okay, but I didn't hold him vertically, and I didn't really need to think that I had to hold him vertically. But when I did hold him vertically when I got home, and you can see here, just above his cloaca, there's a bulge from here to here, and his cloaca is down here. Okay, so there is that bulge there. Now, I informed the breeder straight away. He said to me, please monitor it and let's see what happens. And he might just be constipated. We'll see, give him a soak, feed him, you know, whatever. He took a meal. I soaked him. Well, I soaked him first. He took a meal the following day. He even shed a couple of days later, and he had a very, very small poop. So on Friday, this last Friday, today's Monday, I phoned the vet. I phoned the breeder that I bought him from, and I said, look, I've made an appointment to take him to the vet on Monday because that lump has not gone away, and I do not know what it is. It could be serious, it could be nothing, but it hasn't gone away. He's eaten, he's shed, he's had a very small poop, but the lump is still there. So I went to the vet today, and it had him x-rayed, and it turns out it is constipation. So he just needed a crap really badly, and he still hasn't had it. But what we did is a very minor procedure on him, which you'll see in the video. I did assist the vet with this because I'm gonna have to do it in about 3 days time on my own, or well, I'll need my girlfriend to help me. She'll do what I did in the video that you're about to see, and I'll do what the vet did. One of the reasons why I recorded it, so that I could, if he doesn't poop in the next 3 days, then I'm going to give him a laxative myself. And the way we did that was by inserting a tube down his esophagus, but we also dewormed him at the same time, because what's likely to cause constipation is pathogens, which is worms. So just as a precautionary measure, dewormed him, gave him a laxative, flushed him with water, and then I'm going to wait 3 days. Now I'm not going to feed him, and he should pass his stool in the next 2 to 3 days. If he doesn't, I will administer another dose of that laxative, and I will be doing it myself. That's one of the reasons why I recorded the whole event today at the vet. Great vet, I must tell you, incredibly knowledgeable. Yeah, she was a machine. She really knew what she was doing. You know, the video, obviously I've edited it, but you know, lots of before and after discussion with her with reptiles. And have to be honest, now that I know about this vet and the knowledge that she's got, I will obviously be supporting her practice. But yeah, guys, enjoy the video. And yeah, I know it was only constipation, but if you do see anything on your snake, a lump of any kind, monitor it. Always monitor it, keep a close eye on it. I was very lucky to get away with something today that was just constipation. I was hoping that it was something minor, and I'm lucky that it was, but it did end up, at the end of the day, it's going to be a very expensive crap. But it is what it is, and I'm just very, very happy that my Desert Ghost boy is going to be okay. So enjoy the video, guys.
No, that's no problem. Okay. So this is the tube you're going to pass.
Okay.
You pretty much need to pass about just under half of this tube. So
Okay.
even if you say up to that like little mark, that's
Okay.
going to be long enough for you to then give the meds where he won't regurgitate.
Okay.
So before you pass the tube, you need to prime it, because otherwise you're just going to push air into his esophagus.
Sure, yeah.
So this is the laxative. So that goes in first. Then I'm going to give him the deworming. Don't want to push it out. Okay, it's starting to come. Alright, so just going to suck back a tiny bit so that we don't So there's just a little bit of air there.
Okay. Alright.
So paper towel. Okay. And it's really easy because you're pretty much just going to push it towards the back of the mouth and then gently feed it. So I'm just going to move up the tube a tiny bit so that it doesn't hurt him when we pass it. So just like that is fine. Okay.
Okay.
And then
Good boy. You want
he's not going to like it.
I know, yes, yeah, no,
He's
sure.
not going to be too keen.
You just, where do you want me to hold
So
his
you're going to
body?
hold his body. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Come on.
Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of pressure here to get his mouth open. And then with the tube, you're pretty much just going to put the tube into the mouth and then just start passing it slowly. So it's very unlikely you're going to get it into the trachea. Okay. And you can actually feel the tube passing underneath your finger.
Just try and keep that part of his body a bit straighter for you there.
So just like gentle pressure to pass the tube. It's very good.
Okay, no way.
Yeah, so you'll need one more person to hold for you.
No, but my girlfriend was shooting this a bit here.
And then squeeze in all the meds, just slowly. If you feel that there's a lot of pressure, then you can stop and you can pull the tube out a little bit and then try again.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm just going to flush all the meds through with a little bit of water. So I just have some warm water in the syringe. So I'll get about 2 mils. Okay. And then leave the syringe attached when you remove it.
Okay.
And then just nice and gently. Okay, I know. So
Oh
angry.
no, sorry, boy.
And just slide it out. There we go. Well done.
Here
well
we
done.
go.
Well done.
Okay,
So that's a
okay.
bit grumpy, but you can see it's super easy.
Okay, so what we did first, though, you used a little bit of water first? Or
No,
did
well,
you?
I primed it with medication
Mhm.
first. Because you want your medication in that first segment and then you're going to flush the medication through with water.
Okay.
Okay. So you'll get a syringe that looks like this.
Okay, so the deworming one was the last one you put in.
Yeah, I did the laxative first, then the deworming, and then the water to push everything through.
So the only thing that I'll need to do is the laxative.
It's the laxative. Yeah, the deworming is done, and then he shouldn't need another one. You can probably look at deworming him maybe like once to twice a year.
Should I have all my snakes dewormed?
It is advised
Okay.
because a lot of them do carry pathogens and they can be subclinical carriers as well.
The adults,
The
the
adults.
adults or sub-adults, or do I wait until they're, what, 2-3 years? Or...
I mean, even the younger ones is fine. I wouldn't do it before they're about 300 grams.
Oh, okay, alright, no, that's fine. That's fine.
And even with the ball pythons, if you have a lot of snakes, I'm very happy to dispense the medications for you.
Yes.
You can tube them and do this at home. You
Yeah.
just need to be able to work out the dosages. But
Okay.
it's pretty easy. The calculations are pretty easy. So I'm even happy to dispense for you. Then you can do your breeding.
Yeah, it'll
cleanup
save
and
me a
stuff.
lot of money because if I've got to bring 100
Yes.
plus pythons,
Yes.
it's gonna be,
I know.
it's gonna
It
cost
gets a
me
little
an
bit
arm and a
hectic.
leg.
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna feel a lot better after this. So I'm gonna take one more bit of medication with me now. That's just a
Just
laxative
the
that
laxative.
we'll only use in case he hasn't
Yes.
passed in 3
In
days.
3
time.
days. Correct.
Okay.
Your biggest risk with passing the tubes is that you obviously want to make sure it goes into the esophagus and not into the trachea.
Okay.
But the trachea sits right at the front of the mouth.
Yeah. So
You've probably seen it if you've opened their mouth.
Yes. Yes.
So as long as when you have the head, you just angle it more kind of towards the roof of the mouth and then back,
Okay.
you're going to miss it. Okay.
Okay.
If you find that when you're passing there's a lot of resistance initially getting into the mouth, or if he's really struggling a lot, then remove the tube and do it again.
Okay.
Right? And then it's just gentle, slow pressure. If there's ever any resistance, don't force it.
Yeah.
Stop, put it back, use a little bit of lubricant so you can get
Yeah, I just saw there was
yourself
such a
to
tiny little bit of.
Yeah, it's just so that the tube is moistened.
No problem.
Then I will give you this tube.
That's perfect. And then I can sterilize that tube.
Yeah, do you have F10?
I've got plenty, yes.
Okay, so use F10. I'll give you
And
this
flush it
tube.
through with
Flush
this,
it
flush it through with the F10. Pure F10 or diluted F10?
Diluted F10.
Okay, which I use a 3 ml to 1 litre ratio. Or
That's
must I do it?
more than enough. That's
Okay.
perfect.
When I clean my tubs, I use 3 ml per 1 litre, and then now disinfecting 2 ml per 1 litre.
That's absolutely perfect.
Okay.
So that's actually quite a strong concentration. Even 1 ml to a litre would be enough to clean these.
Okay, that's fine. Then that's what I'll do. Yeah.
Or do what you're doing.
It's just when I'm cleaning the poop and stuff, and then, like obviously
Yeah,
for the
okay,
bacteria,
it's
I
stronger ones,
use a 3 ml. Yeah.
You can use the same dilution. Give it a step, put to the nozzle of your spray bottle here, or
Yes.
if you're using a tap drawer like a syringe, and
Yeah,
squirt
I'll
it
do
through.
this,
And then you can even get like a little ice cream Tupperware or a Tupperware, a normal little Tupperware. Put some F10 and just let it soak in that for 10 minutes.
Perfect.
We store ours in F10, and then when I take them out, I flush them through with clean water to get the residue out, and I just give them a little rinse.
Perfect.
And then obviously they're not pushing F10 down with
No,
them, but they're clean.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course,
So I'm
yeah.
going to give you this one to take home.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
And I'm just going to get the last.
So you say he's a great condition. He's in great
Yeah.
condition. He's going to be breeding in
Yeah.
5 months' time, 6 months' time.
And your females, your breeding females, it's a good idea to deworm them as well. So I do it about 3 months or so before you're planning on breeding.
Yeah, so then I'll deworm them in March.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I start clocking temperatures in the middle of April to middle of May, and then I start pairing up at the end of May, beginning of June.
Okay. No, that's great. Alright,
Okay, can I go ahead?
I'm just going to get the little bottle of the laxative for you.
How much laxative was inside there? How many mils?
0.3.
0.3 mils. It's like an insulin syringe almost, but it's not quite.
It's a 1 ml syringe.
It's a
Yeah,
1
so
ml.
0.3.
0.3.
A little bit of a higher dose versus so we can actually do 0.25.
So my next dose to him, if he doesn't pass, will be 0.25.
And I'll write it on the label of the bottle that I
Okay.
send home with you. Okay.
Perfect.
Do you want me to give you deworming for the others?
Yes, you can. You can do
Then
that.
I'll dispense 3 different medications that they get. I'm
Okay.
going to write.
Actually, hold on a second. Wait until I'll come and get it from you in March.
Okay.
I don't need to do it now. I have spent a fortune in the last couple of months.
So what you're going to
So-
do in March when you come, the information I'm going to need from you is the rough weight estimate
I've got
of
all
the
of
total
that.
of your snakes. So you're going to come here and you're going to say I have 20 kilograms worth of snakes.
Okay.
Then I'm going to know how much medication to dispense.
Okay. All right.
Then
And then I will.
and then I'm going to give you the dosages. So I'm going
Okay.
to say you're going to give 0.05 mils per 100 grams.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you can work it out.
That's
Okay.
perfect. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.